Mosaic, a daily news program from Link TV, presents a selection of news reports from independent and state-controlled broadcasters from throughout the Middle East.
Welcome. The Saudi Ministry of Interior Affairs announced that security forces have raided 2 hideouts in Riyadh, used by extremist groups who are planning for a terrorist operation. According to an announcement broadcasted in the Saudi television, the Saudi ministry said that the police have arrested 7 people and confiscated a car that was loaded with explosives, rocket-propelled grenades, guns, and explosive belts. Meanwhile, 1.7 million pilgrims poured into Mina Valley near the holy city of Mecca during the Tarwiyah day, marking the first ritual of Hajj. Some pilgrims were walking and some were driving cars on the road between Mecca and Mina, which was transformed into a city of tents made of fire-resistant material. The Hajj rituals are occurring amid strict security measures that were taken by the Saudi authorities to secure the safety of pilgrims to Mecca. On Saturday, they will pray on the Mount of Arafat, which is the most important part of the Hajj ritual. In Brussels, the UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan announced that the UN election team will be leaving to Iraq in the coming days to explore the possibility of holding elections in Iraq. Annan said that he decided to send the team after he received security guarantees from the coalition forces, who will do their best to protect the UN team. A survey poll conducted in Britain shows that the majority of the British people believe that Lord Hutton's report has undermined the case of David Kelly, the weapons expert who committed suicide, benefiting Prime Minister Tony Blair. Greg Dyke, the former Director General of the BBC, who resigned from the agency which was criticized by the report in the case of Kelly, said that he is not completely convinced with Lord Hutton's report and that he will refute much of what was said in the report later. Today, the Israeli forces killed 3 Palestinians. 2 were from the Gaza Strip, and 1 was a Hamas member from Hebron. The Israeli occupation forces also raided Bethlehem, searching the city and arresting a number of Palestinians. In addition, the Israeli forces destroyed the home of the bomber who carried out yesterday's attack in Jerusalem.
Bethlehem is being occupied once again. 20 military vehicles and military helicopters raided the city, waging an arrest and search campaign, detaining more than 10 Palestinians, claiming that these men are wanted by Israel. Israel says that this campaign is in response to the self-sacrifice operation in Jerusalem. They blew up the home of the bomber, Ali Ghazara, and detonated a number of Palestinian homes near Ramallah. This operation is taking place 7 months after the Israeli army withdrew from the city in accordance with an agreement signed between Israel and Abu Mazen's government.
UNRWA built this house for us and now we have nowhere to go.
The Israeli army declared this area a closed military zone, preventing the Abu Dhabi crew from crossing the checkpoint to enter the city. The occupation soldiers pursued and arrested 2 journalists. Also, they chased Palestinians who were trying to pass by the military checkpoint in order to enter the city or pass through it to get to Hebron. Meanwhile, the Israeli forces killed a Palestinian near Hebron, claiming that he was resisting arrest.
My brother Jihad al-Sawadi was martyred this morning. I want to go to his funeral, but I can't get through. The Israeli army is blocking off the area.
The Palestinian Authority's security officers were asked to abandon their posts at the entrance to Bethlehem, and the Palestinian leadership is condemning Israel's military escalation, accusing the government in Tel Aviv of destroying the peace process and opening the door to violence and retaliations.
The criminal act of the continued military escalations against the Palestinian people reveals a conspiracy against peace in the Middle East, the first place Muslims prayed to, and the third holiest Muslim area.
The Israeli military operation in Bethlehem did not come as a surprise for the Palestinians, since Sharon's government always uses the option of force to resolve their conflicts with the Palestinians, dismissing all American peace efforts.
Starting early this morning, pilgrims to Mecca have been heading to Mina to observe the day of Taraweeh, in preparation for prayers at Mount Arafat tomorrow, which is the most important Hajj ritual. Meanwhile, the Saudi authorities are taking strict security measures to ensure the safety of the pilgrims. Now, to our correspondent in the Holy Land, Ibrahim Al-Ahmed.
The first Hajj ritual is called the Day of Taraweeh. Massive numbers of pilgrims will be spending the night in Mina, following the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The pilgrims who are fulfilling their religious obligation express their happiness that God is blessing them with this year's Hajj.
I can't describe my feelings today. Coming to Hajj is a great blessing and thank God for it.
أوجه التهنئة لكل المسلمين الذين وفقهم الله في الوصول إلى هذه الأراضي المقدسة.
I want to congratulate all Muslims who are able to come to the Holy Land and perform Hajj, and I want to thank the Saudi government for facilitating the pilgrimage.
من أجل إنجاح خطة الحجاج في يوم التروية.
I can't describe the feelings I'm experiencing. Being here in Mina with all the pilgrims is very spiritual. I hope that anyone who's able to would perform Hajj.
We are here for the day of the